Hello students, now we are going to discuss some important topics in 5th lesson electromagnetic waves. Let us begin the lesson with the introduction. We know that light plays an important role in understanding the structure and properties of various things from atom to the universe. Without light, even our eyes cannot see objects. What is light? From the work of James Clerk Maxwell, who actually enlightened the concept of light from his theoretical predictions, is that light is an electromagnetic wave which moves with a speed which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second in free space or vacuum. Later, it was confirmed that light is just only a small portion of electromagnetic spectrum, which ranges from gamma rays to radio waves. While doing the experiments, James Clerk Maxwell had the following questions in his mind. When the time-varying magnetic field produces an electric field, why not the time-varying electric field produce a magnetic field? Later, he proved that indeed it exists, which is often known as Maxwell's law of induction. Hence, H. Hertz experimentally verified Maxwell's prediction, and hence this understanding resulted in new technological inventions, especially in wireless communications like laser, radar. Laser is nothing but light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation technology, and radar is nothing but radio detection and ranging. Next one is about importance of electromagnetic waves. In today's digital world, cell phones have greater influence in our day-to-day life. It is faster and more effective mode of transferring information from one place to another place. It works on the basis that light is an electromagnetic wave. In hospitals, the location of bone fracture can be detected using X-rays, which is also an electromagnetic wave. For cooking, microwave oven is used. The microwave is also an electromagnetic wave. There are plenty of applications of electromagnetic waves in engineering, medical. Example, laser is used for surgery, and radar signals are used in the case of defense and also in fundamental scientific research. Next one is about electromagnetic waves. What are electromagnetic waves? Waves are non-mechanical waves which moves with speed equal to the speed of light in vacuum. It is a transverse wave. Once again I repeat, electromagnetic waves are non-mechanical waves which moves with speed equals to the speed of light in vacuum. It is a transverse wave. This picture shows the direction of the propagation of electromagnetic waves. Next one is about Ampere's circuital law. The electric field is induced along a closed loop by changing the magnetic flux phi b in the region encircled by the loop. The equation for Ampere's circuital law can be written as closed integral E vector dot dl vector is equal to minus dou phi b by dou t, which is equal to minus dou by dou t of closed integral b vector dot ds vector. Closed integral E vector dot dl vector is equal to minus dou phi b by dou t, which is equal to minus dou by dou t closed integral b vector dot ds vector. This equation shows that electric field induced along a closed loop is equal to variation of magnetic flux with time is equal to the changing magnetic flux phi b in the region enclosed by the loop. This is known as Ampere's circuital law. Now the question asked by James Clerk Maxwell is converse of this statement is true? Answer is yes. Let us discuss about that. He showed that the change in electric field also produces magnetic field, which can be written as closed integral b vector dot dl vector is equal to minus dou phi e by dou t, which is equal to minus dou by dou t closed integral E vector dot dl vector. Once again I repeat, closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to minus dou phi E by dou t, which is equal to minus dou by dou t into closed integral E vector dot dl vector. This equation shows that magnetic field induced along the closed loop is equal to variation of electric flux with respect to time, which is equal to changing electric flux phi e in the region enclosed by the loop. This is known as Maxwell's law of induction, which explains that the magnetic field induced along the closed loop by changing the electric flux phi e in the region encircled by that loop. In order to understand how the changing electric field produces magnetic field, let us consider a situation of charging a parallel plate capacitor. The electric current passing through the wire is the conduction current IC. Next one is the definition for Ampere's circuital law. The line integral of the magnetic field around any closed loop is equal to mu naught times the net current capital I flowing through the area enclosed by the loop. The Ampere law in equation form can be written as closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught into I of t, where mu naught is said to be the permeability of free space. Ampere's law applied for a given closed loop does not depend upon the shape of the enclosing surface. Once again I repeat the Ampere's circuital law. The line integral of the magnetic field around any closed loop is equal to mu naught times the net current capital I flowing through the area enclosed by the loop. The equation form of Ampere law can be written as closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught into I of t. Here mu naught represents the permeability of free space, and Ampere's law applied for a given closed loop does not depend upon the shape of the enclosing surface. This is very important 3 mark. Look at the picture. Here, in order to calculate the magnetic field at a point capital P near the wire, we have to consider an Amperean loop such that the circular loop which encloses the surface S1, which is nothing but the circular surface. The equation for magnetic field at a point capital P can be written as closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught into capital IC. Suppose the same loop is enclosed by the balloon-shaped surface S2. Then the magnetic field in that surface can be written as closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to 0. Closed integral B vector dot dl vector is equal to 0. In this equation, the right hand side is 0 because the surface S2 nowhere touches the wire carrying conduction current, and further there is no current in between the plates of the capacitor. The change in electric flux can be written as d phi E by dt is equal to 1 by epsilon naught dq by dt, which represents dq by dt is equal to id, which is equal to epsilon naught into d phi E by dt. The displacement current can be defined as the current which comes into play in the region in which the electric field and the electric flux are changing with respect to time. In other words, whenever the change in electric field takes place, the displacement current is produced. Whenever the change in electric field takes place, displacement current is produced. Maxwell has given the modified form of Ampere's law. The modified form of Ampere's law can be written as closed integral B vector dot ds vector is equal to mu naught I, which is equal to mu naught into IC plus ID. Once again I repeat, the modified form of Ampere's circuital law given by Maxwell can be written as closed integral B vector dot ds vector is equal to mu naught into I, which is equal to mu naught into IC plus ID. Maxwell resolved this inconsistency as follows. Due to the external source like battery or cell, the capacitor gets charged up because of current flowing through the capacitor. This produces an increasing electric field between the capacitor plates. So, there must be a current associated with the changing electric field in between the capacitor plates. In other words, the time varying electric flux or the time varying electric field existing in between the plates of the capacitor also produces a current which is known as displacement current. Once again, I repeat the definition for displacement current. The time varying electric flux or the time varying electric field existing in between the plates of the capacitor produces a current which is known as the displacement current. The equation for Gauss law can be written as phi E is equal to closed integral E vector dot dA vector is equal to E into A, which is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Phi A is equal to closed integral E vector dot dA vector is equal to E A is equal to Q by epsilon naught. Next one is about Hertz experiment. In this experiment, we are going to discuss about how the electromagnetic waves are produced and what are the properties of electromagnetic waves. Here is the picture which represents the experimental setup of Hertz experiment. Let us discuss about the experimental setup. It consists of two metal electrodes which are made up of small spherical metals. Induction coil. Induction coil consists of very large number of turns. This coil is maintained at very high potential. Yarn between the electrodes get ionized and the spark is produced. Spark means discharge of electricity. The ring type electrode, which is not completely closed, is considered as a detector. The gap between the electrodes is kept at a distance, also gets spark. This implies that the energy is transmitted from the electrode to the receiver, which is nothing but the ring electrode, in the form of wave, which is known as the electromagnetic waves. If the receiver such that the ring type electrode is rotated by the angle 90 degree, then no spark is absorbed by the receiver. This confirms that the electromagnetic waves are transverse waves as predicted by Maxwell. Hertz detected radio waves and also computed the speed of radio waves, which is equal to the speed of light. Next one is properties of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves are produced by any accelerated charge. Electromagnetic waves do not require any medium for propagation. So electromagnetic waves is a non-mechanical wave. Electromagnetic waves are transverse in nature. This means that the oscillating electric field vector, oscillating magnetic field vector and propagation vector gives the direction of propagation are mutually perpendicular to each other. Electromagnetic waves travels with a speed which is equal to the speed of light in vacuum or free space. C is equal to 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught, which is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, which represents the speed of light. Electromagnetic waves are not deflected by any electric field or magnetic field. Here is the picture which represents the types of electromagnetic radiation and its applications. First one, radio waves. Radio waves are used to broadcast the radio and television signals. And then microwaves. Microwaves are used in cooking, radar, telephone and other signal applications. Next one, infrared rays. Infrared rays helps to transmit the heat from sun, fire and radiators. Next one, visible light. Visible light helps to make things able to be seen. And next one, ultraviolet lights. The ultraviolet rays are absorbed by the skin, which are used in fluorescent tubes. Next one, X-rays. X-rays are used to view the inner side of the bodies and the objects. And next one, gamma rays. Gamma rays are used in medicine for killing cancer cells. This picture represents the electromagnetic spectrum. This picture represents the types of electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum are of two types. One is emission spectrum and another one is absorption spectrum. In this picture, the radiation temperature of the sun is given as 6000 Kelvin. The radiation temperature of carbon arc lamp is 4000 Kelvin and the radiation temperature of lamp filament is 3000 Kelvin. When an object burns, it emits colors. That is, it emits electromagnetic radiation which depends on temperature. If the object becomes hot, then it glows in red color. If the temperature of the object is further increased, then it glows in reddish orange color and becomes white when it is hottest. This spectrum is usually called as black body spectrum. This picture shows the dispersion of light. When a white light is passed through the prism, it is dispersed in the form of spectrum of different colors. Thus, the definite pattern of colors obtained on the screen after dispersion is called spectrum. The plural form of spectrum is spectra. Thank you, students. Leave your doubts in the comment box.